deadlines. Major student bodies strongly oppose the move to shut private schools. MLA Joy Kishan upset over violation of COVID-19 protocols allegedly by VVIP's ministers. And India reports record 38,902 new COVID-19 cases in one day, tally over 10.77 lakh. Hello, you're watching Times of Manipur English News with me, Mandira, and now the news in detail. Three major student organizations of Manipur, All Manipur Students Union, MSU, Manipur Students Federation, MSF, and Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur, DISAM, have strongly opposed closing down of private schools, calling it a negative move which is totally against the welfare of the students. The private schools have warned that if the state government does not revoke the May 26 order by July 20, all private schools will be closed. According to the government order, all private schools are not allowed to charge tuition fees for the lockdown period, but to pay 50% salary to the teachers. Speaking to Tom TV, AMSU President Peter Lashram reiterated unions stand against charging of tuition fees for the lockdown period. Peter added that the decision to close down all private schools will have an adverse effect on the students.
School myam sing hayeng dagi shutdown torani na hairiba si masi Manipur mahiroi khunai gi damakta khwaide laibak thibani mahiroi Manipur mahiroi myam sida makhogi tungi future amadi tungi careers da koi tamsingnamni singnabani aduna masigumba mahiroi singda hena pigadaba wakhalon henan phajaba wakhalon pigadaba mohota makhogi moral amadi makhogi emotional sida khogi threat tawba ya mongda makhoi school high school myam sing asi shutdown tawgani haibasa masigumba phirep sida emsuna adugi mayokta matampumada laigani aduna sigumba Manipur mahiroi myam gi damta khongthang lokhopai mohota Manipur mahiroi myam sa hena awa pigadaba khongthang dudi kadongda emsuna su yaroi sima myam da tham.
MSF President Shahzad Bhuyamayum said that the Federation has already appealed to the state government to bring an amicable solution to the problem faced by the students and the teachers amid the lockdown. Shahzad added that going against the government order, there are reports of some schools asking tuition fees from students. Shahzad added that MSF will take action if the private schools go ahead with their decision.
United Association on Recognized School of Manipur na ngarang mogi statement amada government gi phire padu hando kaiguma handok ta taragadi tarik July gi tai kunma thoi degi private school sing Manipur da shut down torani kaina haiba phire base masi MSM nadi masi yabanga moya kaiguma khoi gi private school amadi government ga moiga akan momong da mukna kanda mahiroi sing da khoi gi victimize tawuse masi di kaiguma Suguma film the Lapotargadi, Tangabo Mikupta, MSF, Akanba Philip, Lautokan have Pomse, Media Tung Tams.
The SAM Secretary General Leshangthim Lamyanba said that the alliance stands for making education a free zone. He said that the SAM will not remain silent spectator if the impasse between the private schools and government disturbs the teaching and learning process. He urged the state government to bring a solution to the matter. Lamyanba also said the SAM is against shutting down of schools.
Government amadi private school gi oja singa gi lenariba muknariba sing asina maram oirakanda aikoi gi mahiroi singda victimize torakpa taraba mahiroi singi teaching learning process ta akaiba lakpa taragadi matang antoida Manipur gi mahiroi singi interest handagi hona leptuna lagli makha tarakpa da su amutama lepla kana aikoi akanba khongjang sing sangsalakani haiba tare maseda government sum tumina leiba taragadi wathok lanthok thorakani wathok lanthok thorapa matamda masigi mahiroi gi interest solakpa taragadi hoji haiba khongjang asina hayengwai school thingi ba khothiba lak taragadi mahiroi sing interest so jamki sokani matang daidadi de samna ekoi Manipur gi mahiroi sing myam pullakanda madudai da ekoi kasu tumina leiroi ekoi khongjang sangsalakani haibasine
Thangwaiban constituency MLA KH Kishan today inquired about if there is a separate COVID-19 protocol for VVIPs and ministers. He was talking to journalists at his Khoyathong residence in Imphal. He asked whether the VVIPs and ministers in the state are strictly following COVID-19 protocols, expressing concern over the rapid surge in COVID-19 positive cases in Manipur, with the state almost reaching the stage 2, that is local transmission. The MLA asked if ministers and VVIPs visiting the state and returning to the state from outside are adhering to the government laid down COVID-19 standard operating procedure. Joy Kishan said that carelessness shown by high-profile individuals, including ministers, could help in spreading the deadly disease in the state. The Congress MLA also expressed displeasure over some ministers skipping the recent important meeting of Consultative Committee for COVID-19. Joy Kishan further informed that out of the 3 quarantine centers in Thangmaiban constituency, 2 have been shut down. He added all stranded people hailing from Thangmaiban constituency who returned to the state after July 31st will be kept in quarantine centers opened by the state government.
Honorable Minister Khara Lengak Pariba and Minister Mary Mapanda, Home Minister Unarui High, Unaraga Airport Maga, Hotel, the Lay Habrum Lay Hybra, Adam Sanga Mayam Legacy Public Unasia High. Adegi the VVIP Sing City, Kari Protocol Tamis in the Bankanis. Minister Gumba Natraga high profile ranking the Labesina Amara Tambra, Makoi de Coronas and Doctor Brasin. Makoigina airport test or Gamayum Darmusanga public to Yan Hanbra. Mui the Karigumba, Coronagi, Maixi Yorom Tagari Bisam Janda, the Sandokti Aba, Manipu Gomenda, Adumo, from Labesin, Ankan. Madam, they are as a public leader, Miami, Ramoina. Akoi Emile, Lady Honorable Minister Sings, no hate me Unabahelam Duinium. Adu di moina airport pungkar lerame rapid antigen test of namai ngala region pangya result pangya yum jangra home quarantine public me unare hagadi lebak shape oi basini.
India recorded 38,902 new cases of the coronavirus disease COVID-19, the highest in 24 hours, and 543 deaths, which has pushed the country's tally to 10,77,618. Union Health Ministry data showed today. According to reports, the number of recovered people continues to grow, with 23,672 discharged between yesterday and this morning. 6,77,422 patients have been cured so far across the country, putting the recovery rate at 62.82%. As per data reports, there are 3,73,379 active cases of COVID-19 and 26,816 people have succumbed to the viral disease till date. The government has said India's focus is on early case detection and saving lives. It pointed out that the 11 most COVID-19 affected countries in the world, the US, Brazil, Russia, Peru, Chile, Mexico, South Africa, the UK, Iran, Pakistan, Spain together reported 8 times more cases and 14 times more deaths than India. India is only the 3rd country after the United States and Brazil with more than 1 million cases. The viral disease has now infected 1,42,46,121 people and killed 6,01,549 people in almost 7 months across the world. We'll take a short break here. Keep watching.
Competitive Success Academy ki class 11 amadi 12 science ki admission hauzari. Pizaribu khudong chabasing adudi June tha faubada admission taubirakpa class 11 science ki ahanba mahiroi yankhai gi admission fee chada yankhai tajagani. Bosem na lauba exam da chada marifu amadi CBSE na lauba exam da chada marifu taragi mathakta fangba mahiroi singi oina admission amadi tuition fee laujaroi amasung scholarship pijagani. Chada humphudagi humphutara manga fawba phangba mahiroi singi admission tangkhai tamak laujagani amadi lairik lem na fanghanjagani. Class 12 ta ming chanabagi damak atopa board tagi class 11 pass tawraba matung eligibility certificate pairaba mahiroi singda ming chanbagi khudong chaba pijari. Akupa marol gidamak contact tawbirau Competitive Success Academy Uripok Khoisnam Laikai Imphal. Contact number 6909199961 natraga 89747 natraga 9436288 natraga 700 589 2311.
Mega Manipur School, Yaril Pattinson Road, Imphal East. Admission open for Class 11 Science, Arts and Commerce. Eligibility 50% and above. Last date of online and offline submission 24th of July 2020. Offline admission form can be obtained from Mega Manipur Society Office, Handsome House, Kaishampad, Pauna Bazaar. As a response to the COVID-19 pandemic, Mega Manipur Society offers one-time 50% reduction in the admission fee for Class 11 students in the school, and some limited additional seats are reserved for Class 1 to 9, especially for the students coming from outside the state. For more details and facilities, please contact Principal Mega Manipur School. Mobile number 9747858283. You can also visit the website www.megamanipurschool.in.
Downtown University, Chahi Mangan Biganu, Adongi Ichabu, Chahi Mangan Biganu. Northeast India's most placement-driven university ama oiriba Assam Downtown University ki admission houjare. Pandemic asigi yenglaga online class su September amadagi houjaragani. Engineering, paramedical amadi allied course singda ming chanbininga singna Assam Downtown University admission office Babupara Bosem Imphal lerak talak piduna form lobiyu ming chanbiyu amadi tanabiyu.
Welcome back. The women vendors of 4 Imam markets of Khwaramband have urged the state government to extend some kind of help to them, as they have not been able to open their stalls due to the prolonged lockdown. Speaking to media persons today at Khwaramband market, T.H. Shanti, president of Khwaramband Nupi Kaithel Sinpham Amadi Saktam Kanvalup, said that the vendors who earn livelihood at the market have been badly hit by the COVID-19 lockdown for 4 straight months and sought government attention to extend assistance to the vendors so that they can support their families.
Mateng pangda bataragadi akoi namthudana kaithela se hangaga phamni haibagi phirep changa abadi laina sin narga sandor ka doriba sidai da hangba yaroina sarkar na thingi ju praja mayam kannana bani praja mayam hingnana bani haibase aikoi khangeba adu rasu chadana hingbadi yadabani na karigumba lambi amada karigumba line amada cabinet mifam phambi dana thingiba market se karmain tokdana kitang mayam gi mateng ohengadage karmaina phahangadage haibase semilon gi jaga oiriba punamak se thudiega thambibagi mota khara da orasu mateng pangbiu haibase haijari
jamna boni hairaga moidi ai bot karaga batam dodi ai prajai seva tawjarage imagine akhulang lerakta du tawrage harga hadikti adui wadi amta tattare moidi mantri mandon munnabagi phamunabagi adui wakhanda khaliba machi kudum thadoga athuba matamda kaithe marida laiba imagine je achwe khara doju mateng pangna ba athuba matamda yemene humpuna tawbiyu tawraktragadi aikoi kaithe marijina laiba imai benjing mayamna
Piroi, or the first death anniversary of Ningthojam baby Sana, was held today at Kunthokhanbi, Sanglen, Thangwaiband. On the occasion, father of late baby Sana, Ningthojo Tomcho, demanded quick justice for her daughter and said concerted effort of the state government could solve the case. Tomcho added that the COVID-19 pandemic has halted the CBI investigation into the case. He demanded a thorough investigation into the case to find out the truth. Family members and JC members attended the ritual. Baby Sana, a class 7 student of Standard Robarth High Secondary School, Kanchipur, was found dead under mysterious circumstances inside her hostel room on July 18, 2019.
Chathari winning CBI missing the way Sanazarure, telephone. Mother Hoji looked all over Maram like Manipur, the Lapmatam, the quarantine center, the leg of Maram, this the Mohammed from the leg of Port Mowebana, Mojoji, Silo the Republic, yes, lep, Pium the lay, but the Gosuke showed in a moy, and Makasa Tagani having its hazard with the PBA.
District Hospital Construction Demand Committee has expressed anger over some people converting a land allocated for construction of Imphal West District Hospital into a paddy field. Foundation stone for the hospital was laid in 2011. Informing this to media at the committee office in Mayang, Imphal, Ningthaujam Robindro, co-chairman of the committee, said that no construction work is visible since the fencing was completed in 2015-16 with presentation of the layout. Some individuals have cultivated crops in the land, Robindro added. He urged the concerned authority to look into the matter. Co-chairman of the committee, Abdul Hakim, appealed to the state government to start the project and complete it by August next.
Drama Toida, the Singani drama Toida, Tokiba Tabak, Hoji Powda, Karigumbo Chatabidina, Lady Bose, Hoi Temin in Loze, Adana Hojik, Low Yeker, Tariat Makai Nippon, Paning Sitsi, Arim but the Mangalere, Aduga, Mahoi Karana, Marna Low Sanuna, they show Londra, Karigumba Tabampo Chatabidana, Labase, Masi Koyam Pendre, August Pogmanga, Karigumma Machines Haba, Hovidraba, Sargana, meaning Tangidraba, Adoragadi, Akoi. Atoto pa khungjang kaya muk khoi mari leinaba khangsan kaya ga mari samna len daringraga akhoi changchal lakani haina khoi mayamda akhoi sarkar gi megeda thamjari
sok lising ani ga tarama thoida matamdugi sarkar na khoi gi jatra hunbiramle aduga 2012 tagina 16 bawgi manungdana compound fencing toksan balwaramle mel building gi magi mawong amadi magi picture jiktana Sarkan Ayawa Pibiramne, Adu, Hoju Pawa, Mel building a sad and lady. Masi Kari Marangi Sadriban, Hibisuni, when I am the Hangjani Hospital, as Hagani Hivamatamda, Mahamadu Padasina, Makon Makogi, Low Uri Pamadu, Kusina Duna, Sarkagi Minda, Piki, Aduga, Department, Aduda Piki, but looking a door, Huziti, Mangdan Lere, Aduga, Low Usaliba, Kosaliba, Asi Kanagi Ayaba Yaraga to Biribino, Medigan Director, Ayaba Pibibra, Natraga. Health Minister na masigi knowledge lay birabra.
Lions Club of Imphal distributed face masks to media persons today at Manipur Press Club, Imphal. Members of Lions Club of Imphal attended the event. During the distribution, All Manipur Working Journalist Union, AMJU, President Bijoy Kakching Tabam, said that it is high time for the global community to find out a way to coexist with COVID-19. Bijoy also emphasized on the need of a united fight against the deadly virus.
Laina Lachat Asi, Karamna Gadegi, Masigi, living with COVID-19, a Karam Sirolama, Karam lifestyle, Makarama attitude, Makarama behavior, what they have to Kuna Kandam, coming of Matotai, Alwebada, Sumaina, and promising up, be able to vaccine. Yam Zagidra Masina, Zagidra Komisina, Zariba Tawakarasi, Sakami Wamaso, Commission of the Pambasi, with another. I was going to have a American person.
Media the sometimes the Amjawi, the same to be very burning up by Kamusiku, to Toki Harigati, Sigis media, like Annie Lose, Mayam Naru Natani, and Mabili Kambi. I don't know if media from the fourth state, legislature, judiciary, executive, Home State government to the fourth state and the media community, very well to Amjawi, Marandi. Say it is all the more important here in countries like India or the US or Britain. Marandi, these are very big democratic countries.
In connection with the 71st Van Mahotsav, members of Lions Club Kakching Greater today planted several saplings on the roadsides leading to paddy fields located between Kakching and Palel. Dr. M. Rajkumar, Secretary of Lions Club Kakching, said environment program is one of the major objectives of Lions Club International. He urged the public to plant more saplings in support of the Green Earth, Save Earth campaign.
Cultivation toba season duga planting season haibetare koi June July si degna August pau sida koi punmak na koi Save Earth Green Earth haibi khongjang ase koi punmak koi mipung khrimak na pungning thogat pag loyanga koi isa masida participate tobiraga ngomagi u amom dorchu ai koi bada amadi lekai gi koi ba club singda amom tang thabiu haiba paujen si thamjari.
Manipur's coronavirus tally has mounted to 1,891 after 91 fresh cases were confirmed in the last 24 hours. COVID-19 Command Control Room said the fresh cases were confirmed at the Viral Research and Diagnostic Laboratories VRDLs of Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, RIMS, Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences, JANIMS, and district hospitals of Tamenlong, Ukhrul, and Thoubal. The new cases are from Imphal West, Kangpokpi, Kamjong, Tamenlong, Thoubal, and Ukhrul districts. The number of active cases now stands at 709, while the number of recoveries is 1,182. In the past 24 hours, 19 patients were discharged from COVID care centers across the state after they tested COVID-19 negative. One more person has tested positive for COVID-19 in Thoubal district. The new cases among 70 samples sent for test. The samples were of the people who were exposed to the COVID-19 contracted persons at Thoubal district hospital. So far, 267 samples have been tested at Thoubal district hospital using antigen kit, out of which 12 have tested positive for the virus. Jiribam District Deputy Commissioner W. Malim Nganba Chenglei today declared Jiribam Police Station and Foreigner Checkpost in the district as COVID-19 non-containment zones. This comes after 16 police personnel who had tested positive for COVID-19 earlier tested negative on July 16 last. The Deputy Commissioner ordered that these police personnel should stay under mandatory 14 days mandatory home quarantine. All Manipur Students Union MSU District Committee Jiribam has appreciated the Manipur government for opening a COVID care center and providing COVID testing facilities in Jiribam district, where the number of COVID-19 cases is rapidly increasing. MSU Jiribam, through a release, said that the 50-bedded Jiribam district hospital has faced a problem of shortage of doctors, staffs and necessary equipment, due to which people in the district have to travel to Silchar and Kachar districts of Assam for medical emergencies. The situation has created a big headache to the residents, it mentioned. The union appealed to Chief Minister and Biren, Health Minister and other concerned officials to solve the problem. Anal Lenrol Tangpi of Anal Naga Students Union Chandel has expressed concern over a local English daily report on presence of a drug cartel in Manipur involving high-profile individuals. Through a press release today, Anal Lenril Tangpi maintained that Chandel has become one of the important spots of drug trafficking in the state, and the public suspect that big shots have played important roles in smuggling of drugs on large scale. Anal Lenril Tangpi also extended solidarity to police officer T.H. Brinda in her fight against drug in the state and urged the center to send special investigating agencies like CBI for probe into drug cases. Sero Transport Cooperative Society Limited, Sero Quarry Association and Nung Lengoi Labour Association have jointly appealed to the Manipur government to allow quarrying of sand and stones from rivers in Sero under Kakching district under proper legal guidelines. According to our Kakching correspondent, the three bodies organized a sit-in protest today, raising the demand. However, a large number of Kakching district police arrived at the scene and stopped the protest. The police team also chased away all vehicles trying to transport stones and sand.
Public vehicles in Garis Handaba, Masigi, Karamba, and Haina, I quite result, Serogi, my Gidegi, President Mapoina, Masi Matanga, Akogi Department, Anina Hectare and Maruena, Masi Sango Pami, Truck Association, Amadi, Akogi Wari Association, Labor Association. Singa, what Janabam Protrivo, I couldn't say anything. I was say, Tamjage.
18 computerized eye testing and eye care center Thoubal today distributed sunglasses, face masks and hand sanitizers to people working in the front line in Imphal amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Manipur Lomi Loop today observed Farmers' Protest Day near Khumbong Market. Manipur Lomi Loop President Comrade Ann Singhajit, Secretary of CPI Imphal West District Comrade Thiam Megachandra, Member of Khumbong Lomi Loop M. Pishak Singha and Secretary of Manipur Lomi Loop H. Ibobi Mitei attended the event. At the event, Ibobi said that some business person are looting the farmers by selling fertilizer for Rs 800 per bag during the lockdown. Raising Sun NGO organized a public meeting at 157 Ramprashadpur Model Thambal School in Bamrampura as part of the movement demanding the Assam government to make Manipuri language an associate official language of the state. The movement is spearheaded by Manipuri Youth's Front of Assam. An Anganwadi center at Samkaijing under Longmai 5 of None district today provided khichdi, dalia sweets, vitamin ferrous sulfate and folic acid syrup to more than 40 children in the village. Worker at Anganwadi center Riamai Apanlu and helper J. Maithiamlu distributed the items.
Khoi center hozik laitri sembirani di haira edu bo hozik phau sembi de hozik COVID-19 laibagi yum amada yum masat pa hasin nungai tre aduna thu bagi manung la khoi center sisu sembi na ba haijabani hozik.
North Imphal Sporting Association NISA appealed to All Manipur Football Association AMFA to clarify on the issue concerning the state league. Speaking to media persons at his residence, Jyotin Vaikom, president of NISA, said that football clubs are facing inconveniences in transfer of players and that the schedule for the league is uncertain. Jyotin said that the 13th state league organized by AMFA has remained postponed due to the COVID-19 lockdown. So far, AMFA has not made any statement regarding the league. He said reports about transfer of players among the clubs are doing the rounds.
Powerhouse ne laiba Manipur gi peno sida kitang player mayam gi club singi wafam su kitang moina kari khalige mogi wakhalon ji kari no hebsi khanga ga thabak tawminaraga di hena nungai ba association hena nungai ba phaba chokot pa ji oigadra government ga yabdu phajal lokthok piro tawbini harga di sanaga do ba state league tournament yaugni hena lairiba yauboi manung da qualified or club singdugi amtang moi apam ju khangbiraga government ga yab su lawraga soidna tawni harga di akoi team du prepare tawjage tawroi do bagi mong kitang nunang na mong da khoina team semba si so khoi nungai jadabam leiba nam di pressure mayam leiba ni na player mayam gi aduna suma mayam si su khara yenga tawbiu haibase haijage aduna khoina media gi khuthang da ngasi gi press meet se kaujaba.
Assam has registered 1,170 new COVID-19 positive cases, taking the state's tally to 22,981. Confirming the news, Assam Health Minister Hemant Biswa Sarma, in a tweet on the state's latest COVID-19 status, said out of the new positive cases, Guwahati alone has reported 515 cases, according to a media report. With 515 cases from Guwahati city alone, Health Minister Sarma tweeted, "Critical for us to stay at home to stay safe." The report also added the total number of COVID-19 confirmed cases in Assam has reached 22,981 with 7,760 active cases, while 15,165 individuals have recovered of the disease till yesterday. 53 individuals have succumbed to COVID-19 in Assam. 3 more persons were killed in 2 districts of Assam in floods yesterday, taking the death toll in the state to 79. As per a media report, around 28 lakh people in 26 of the 33 districts remained affected. However, the month-long flood situation in the state marginally improved. According to Forest Department and ASDMA officials, at least 96 animals were killed and 132 animals rescued, even as 95% of the world-famous Kaziranga National Park remained inundated. The Assam State Disaster Management Authority (ASDMA) officials said that Dhansiri, Jia Barali, Kopili, Beki, Barak, Kushiara and the Brahmaputra rivers are flowing above the danger mark in many places in 9 districts. The district administrations have set up 711 relief camps and distribution centers in 22 districts, where around 51,500 men, women and children have taken shelter. Districts of Dhubri, Gwalpara, Barpeta, Morigao, Dhemaji, Lakhimpur, Darang, Nalbari, Kamrup, Rural, Nagaon, Golaghat are the worst hit, the report said. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal had a telephonic conversation with Prime Minister Narendra Modi today. According to media reports, during the conversation, Prime Minister Modi assured all possible help from the centre to the state. The two leaders discussed at length the flood and erosion problem, the COVID-19 crisis and the Baghjan fire incident. As per sources, it is learned that the Prime Minister gave a patient hearing to all these problems plaguing the state at present. Sonowal also apprised the Prime Minister about the measures taken up by the state government to mitigate all these problems. Setting the wheels in motion for the construction of a Ram temple at the site in Ayodhya where the Babri Masjid once stood, the Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust yesterday said it has sent two dates, August 3 and August 5, to the Prime Minister, and he can choose either for the Bhumi Pujan at the temple site, according to a media report. Disclosing this to reporters after a meeting of the trust in Ayodhya, Kameshwar Chopal, one of the 15 members of the trust, said construction will start when the Prime Minister deems it fit after considering the situation in the country on the border and the pandemic. The entire country is of the opinion that the Bhumi Pujan should be done by the Prime Minister, he said. Incidentally, August 5 will mark 1 year of the abrogation of Article 370 and the bifurcation of the state of Jammu and Kashmir into two union territories. The All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, New Delhi will begin human trials of India's first indigenous COVID-19 vaccine, Covaxin, for next week on 100 healthy volunteers aged between 15 and 55 years. As per media reports, the volunteers will be kept under observation for a period of nearly 150 days. Covaxin is developed by Bharat Biotech in collaboration with the Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) and the National Institute of Virology (NIV). According to Bharat Biotech, the Phase 1 clinical trial for Covaxin has been initiated across the country from July 15 onwards, and this is a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trial on 375 volunteers across the country. As per reports, AIIMS has also set up a dedicated email and phone number for the volunteers to register themselves for this project. The volunteers will have to undergo tests which include COVID-19 test and also test for other comorbidities. Now, before we wrap up, the top news headlines once again. Major student bodies strongly oppose move to shut private schools. MLA Joy Kishan upset over violation of COVID-19 protocols allegedly by VVIP's ministers. And India reports record 38,902 new COVID-19 cases in one day, tally over 10.77 lakh. This is all for now. Keep watching Times of Manipur for more updates.